around the blue line, oh my gosh, it's like, and it's known. I mean, it's people now, ordinary people know something's happening along the blue line. And these are communities that have seen no investment. When we talk about Seat Pleasant, Capitol Heights, Landover, areas that have been forgotten before now, they now know that at long last, we're bringing to them the same amenities that exist in other places around the county. You know, we have a Trader Joe's, we have a Whole Foods in certain parts of the county, but we want to have that kind of opportunity spread out, those amenities from north to south. We want all of our residents to have equal opportunity to have those same amenities in their community. So that's what the excitement is about, and people can feel it. They do know it's coming.
In your State of the County address, you talk quite a bit about future-proofing and future-proof the county. Can you talk to us a little bit about that in your heart, what that means, and for your legacy, what it means and why?
Oh yeah, thank you. So future-proofing means that we are looking, we have to do what's necessary today. We have to continue to provide the services that our residents have come to expect and they deserve. That means that we have things in our budget, for example, including things like street sweeping, so that we're addressing the needs that our residents have today to keep their communities clean. But it means that we are also looking with an eye toward the future, meaning that we have to be really fiscally responsible, and that we have to make the kinds of choices today that will allow us to grow our economy. That's literally what this means, is we have got to grow the revenues of the county, to grow the pot of the county, so that what we have now is not sustainable. We have, for example, about 70% of all of the revenues that we generate in the county now come from residential property taxes. That means that we literally support the government on the backs of residents.
That's it.
Public safety, education, what do we do for seniors? All of those things are coming essentially from revenue, from residential property taxes. So when we say future-proof, it means making the hard-line decision to say we're, for example, going to invest in transit, to get the infrastructure investments, both local, our own dollars that we're putting in, or housing affordability and those kinds of things. We got dollars from the state and from the federal government in order to grow the commercial tax base in the county. That's what the future-proofing means, is that we don't spend all the money today on things that don't yield us in the future the opportunity to grow our tax base. That's what it means, keeping an eye toward the future. So this is a tight budget. You know, you probably heard me explain at that time that I gave the address, 82% of all the money we have goes to education and public safety before we do anything.
Right.
That is not sustainable, in that we have to grow the pot so we have more dollars available to us.
Right.
And so future-proofing means that we have an eye toward growing the commercial tax base in the county. That's the only way forward as far as I'm concerned. There are people who said to me, you should just raise taxes. That they believe that that's what was necessary. You know, we'll just go ahead and raise taxes, and I do not agree with that. I think that the smartest way forward is investing so that we can grow this commercial tax base and shift the burden from residents and share it with business. Share the tax burden with businesses.
And that, I would believe, is where something like the amphitheater and downtown Largo, where those kinds of things come into play.
They do. They serve a dual purpose. They help us to increase income here and to grow opportunity, while also providing amenities. You know, we don't want to go, no disrespect, to Merriweather Post Pavilion if we could hear the music here. So too many of our residents literally leave the county every day and take their dollars, their hard-earned dollars, into Washington, D.C., into Northern Virginia, and elsewhere, even across the state, because they don't have those amenities here. So you're right, the amphitheater, the sports complex, the youth sports complex that we're building, the cultural center, the food hall, those are what we're looking forward to.
And those are part of future-proofing in the sense that you're creating something that will give back to the community and also give the budget more wiggle room to develop programs and initiatives that enhance quality of life.
That's absolutely it. Right, is to enhance the quality of life while also growing the income and the tax base of the county.
when you think of what you want the next, that fifth year of after these 4 years are, when you look back and say, this is well done, what are the 5 things that you're going to look at and say that contributes to being a job well done?
One of them is the focus that we placed on healthcare, access to healthcare. That's been well done. Understanding that the primary health assessment, our health assessments that we did reveal that the primary health need we have is in behavioral health care. So building the mental health care and addictions care facility, along with Luminous, was so needed. It was the first of its kind. It allowed us also to go in the direction of replicating that model. So you have MedStars building one, but addressing the need to have the cancer center here. That was something that we also initiated, and that was huge. We had the largest incidence of breast cancer, colorectal cancer, prostate cancer, and there's lung cancer. And we have no cancer center. So that one, really trying to also focus on improving the primary care network also, so that our residents don't have to go out to get health care elsewhere. So that's work still to be done, working with our healthcare commission to be able to increase the beds in the county and to attract primary care physicians here. So that's it. So on healthcare, the real focus on accessibility to healthcare is really, really important. So we're doing that. I'd say that done well is attacking this backlog of schools and the repairs that are needed. Because remember, the county executive's role is to first select the school CEO and then to fund schools. We don't make operational decisions. People think